To discuss the Dunedin Enterprise Investment Trust and the opportunity that it offers private investors to get access to the private equity market, I'm joined now by the chairman of the trust, Duncan Budge, and by two of the partners at Dunedin LLP, which actually helps to run the investments and the money. They are Sean Middleton and Giles Derry. Duncan, what does Eden Enterprise Investment Trust offer investors?
Dunedin Enterprise offers investors a unique access to a particular part of the market. That part is the lower mid-market buyout business in the UK, where we look for businesses valued at between 20 and 100 million pounds. We then deploy Dunedin's undoubted expertise in a partnership with management to help build those businesses and to grow value for shareholders. There are many such small to medium-sized businesses in the UK which are thriving, and it is a very buoyant part of the market, and we hope to take advantage of that for our shareholders.
And what's the Trust's primary objective?
The Trust's primary objective is to make capital gains and build over the long term value for shareholders. We would aim to achieve a return of at least 8% per annum.
And what sort of policy do you have when it comes to distribution of profits?
We have a policy which we put in place about 2.5 years ago of distributing to shareholders a proportion of the proceeds from any realisation. This has the advantage of optimising the capital structure of the trust. It also has the advantage of preventing what we call cash drag, which is the amount of cash within the portfolio from realisations, which is held prior to reinvestment, which can affect performance.
And how much money have you returned to shareholders since you put this policy in place?
We've returned £44 million over the last 2.5 years.
Well, let's bring the managers in from Dunedin LLP. Sean Middleton, what type of businesses does Dunedin LLP look to invest in?
In the main, we target sectors that are counter-cyclical, those that are not prone to sporadic or inconsistent performance. Sectors that we specialise in are industrials, including oil and gas, business services and financial services. We have a wide network of advisors as well as our own experience in these sectors that enables us to better evaluate opportunities when they come across.
Well, Sean, within the sectors that you're targeting, I know that you look to back what you call market leaders. How do you define those?
Yes, in the main, we look to target what we call hidden champions, i.e. those businesses within the United Kingdom or indeed globally are the dominant players in their niche. Businesses that have top-tier management teams and are incredibly cash generative that we can take to the next level.
Now, within investment management, stability of the team is really important to investors. Can you talk me through your experience as a team?
We did our own management buyout and therefore understand the process that management teams are going through and can empathise with them. We are determined, hardworking and ambitious, and this is what we look for in the teams that we back.
Giles, you're in charge of finding investments for the portfolio. What sort of intelligence network have you got in place to help you do this?
As you would imagine, we spend a lot of time building that intelligence network, and really the whole team is charged with extending that and looking for the right people to help us. We already have a good level of sector knowledge across the team, but in order to stay current with the emerging trends in each of our sectors and subsectors, it's vitally important that we're finding the right non-executive directors, the right management teams, and the right consultants to help us evaluate and look at those businesses. So not only are we trying to find companies, but we're trying to find people.
And Sean, having invested in companies, how do you make them profitable investments?
We work in genuine partnership with the management teams we back, helping build sustainable businesses, but looking at their strategy alongside them, helping define and refine their strategy, as well as building out the basic foundations of relatively young businesses to ensure that they can generate sustainable long-term growth. We look at 3 strategies in the main in terms of helping these businesses grow. Firstly, rollout. Secondly, a buy and build platform, or thirdly, internationalisation.
Putting this together, how do all of these strategies increase the return on your investments?
We're looking to drive value in our portfolio by increasing the profits of the businesses, not through financial engineering, but increasing the profits of the business. So if you can take a business and roll out its format across the UK or internationally, you have a business that is far bigger in terms of profits. Bigger businesses tend to attract better prices in the market, and bigger businesses also attract international trade buyers. You have more competition for the assets that we manage.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, Duncan, to bring this all together, come back to you. There's obviously an interesting case there for investors with Dunedin Enterprise Trust, but is this sort of characteristics of this asset class, is it something investors can find readily elsewhere?
No, it's not at all readily available. I think the point that makes Dunedin really special and unique is that it can provide investors with access to these type of companies, the hidden champions, so-called, that Sean refers to. I think that, combined with the expertise that the Dunedin team can contribute to the partnership with management, means that businesses can be built up and sold for a very attractive multiple. And I think when that particular formula works well, the results can be really compelling.
Duncan Budge, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you as well to Sean Middleton and Giles Derry. Gentlemen, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.